Hey guys, happy weekend. So, we have the partial solar eclipse approaching us very soon here on the 21st. It's going to be at 29 degrees of Virgo. So, it's at an anaretic degree, making it quite powerful. And it's supposed to signal a big shift in our life, in different parts of our lives, different areas for everybody. But it's supposed to represent major endings and beginnings. I've been feeling the energies like crazy. Been kicking me in the ass, actually. But getting through it, right? Like we all do. We all get through shit in life. That's how it is. It's how we become stronger and push through and find our purpose, our meaning in life. The solar eclipse for me is going to be in my second house. So that represents my financial security, my stability, my self-worth, those things, right? So if you're a Leo rising like me, you're going to have those themes coming up for you too, where we're being asked to dig deeper into what kind of confidence do we carry? Is it true confidence from deep down within us, or is it just on the surface? And if it isn't as secure and certain as we want it to be, what are we doing to create more of that inner security, to where it is more solid, more permanent, unwavering? And then I guess I should just go through all the signs, right? Hold on one second. All right, I got my handy dandy notebook. Let's go ahead and get into this. So for Aries risings, you guys have this in your 6th house. There's something that's going on with your routines, your work. Maybe there's going to be a huge shift in just your everyday mundane activities. This is also a major lifestyle change that could come about for you within 6 months' time. You could find yourself you could also find yourself more, I want to say, depending on your physical well-being, your health and all that. Just be cautious. This 29 degree in your 6th house, well, it's like on the cusp of your 6th and your 7th. There's going to be a shift there. I think it's going to have something to do with your work relationships and people that you have to interact with. But it can also be pertaining to your lifestyle, all those things. Then for Taurus rising, you guys have this in your 5th house. So you might have found yourself feeling this urge that you just want to tap into your creativity. Maybe lately you felt like, what the hell, I'm doing everything for everybody else and I'm constantly busy and just jam-packed with all these things. But what happened to my creativity? What happened to my fun time and excitement? I think you're going to experience a shift there. This is going to be on the cusp of your 5th and your 6th. So maybe you want to find like a more a more exciting workout routine, or you incorporate something that's physical. Actually, no. This is going to be about you finding something fun in your everyday routine, just for you, because that is really what's going to help you to maintain your sense of harmony in yourself and inner happiness with all the other responsibilities you have to take care of. And then for Gemini rising, you guys have this in your fourth house. So on the cusp of the fourth and the fifth. Well, the fourth house represents the father, represents roots, home, your upbringing. You might have a healing experience with a father figure. But if your father's passed away, then you could have a enlightening moment. Something's going to happen where it's going to pertain to your dad in some way. And you're going to know it. It's going to heal something. There's a new start within your father archetype, the inner animus. I see that happening. And if you have kids, this could also be where maybe there's some family ties that are healing more with your kids, and just the masculine presence that balances out things. You know, you have the feminine, then you have the masculine, and then that brings like things together as a whole. This could benefit your house of career, because when you have things that are weighing on you, like even if they're not on your mind, it's subconscious, right? It's ingrained. So you're basically living with that baggage unknowingly, and you're carrying it around. I mean, we're all doing this. All of us do this. That's why it's a journey to just live life, to survive it, because we're all going batshit crazy and just trying to figure shit out. So, just at different levels, of course, but that's what I see for you, Geminis. Then for Cancer risings, you guys have Leo in your second house, and then you have Virgo in your third house. Don't know why I mentioned Leo. Okay. You have Virgo in your third house. Maybe some of you guys are dealing with a Leo. Virgo in your third house. So there's something unfolding in regards to the dynamic you might have with siblings, relatives in general, communication. You could move. This is on the cusp of your third and fourth. You could move. You could get a new car even, because this is like transportation, all that kind of stuff. I already mentioned Leo risings. Virgo risings, this is in your first house. So there is a brand new shift in just you, period, point blank. You are changing completely. You've had to endure struggles within your relationships to others, dynamics with other people. You've been going through the ringer, trying to stay above water. And a lot of relationship themes have been coming out. Like I said, there's this reset of your identity, and that's really going to unfold over the next 6 months. I think that you'll have more things coming your way. You will. But it's dependent on your perception of self, like with everybody, but specifically for you within this energy that's happening. So And this is linked to your second house, so it's as if you are working a lot on your stability, and your self-worth is heavily derived from your self-sufficiency, your self-reliance on how you can sustain something yourself. So I think that your focus is going to be very much directed there, but you will have more things coming your way. I do see that. Libra rising, you guys have this in your 12th house. So it's in the house of the unseen. You're not really going to know what's going on because it's in the house of the hidden. Something's going to unfold in your subconscious over the next 6 months, and you won't have to do a thing about it. It's just going to happen. So, lucky you. Then for Scorpio rising, you guys have this in your 11th house. So this is pertaining to your networks, your friendships, the groups that you hang out with, right? Maybe you're deciding that you want to look for a new group of friends, or maybe you are reconnecting with people that you've kind of fallen away from. You could also kind of rethink like who you want to keep around. Like I said, like whether you're switching like the groups that you hang around. It could be either or, but I also see that you might find an interest in doing something that is of service for the community, that's for the betterment of more people in groups, right? It's the house of Aquarius, humanitarianism. So it's all about a project that is good, that is serving the greater good for all. So you could find yourself involved in stuff like that. A lot of Aquarian themes coming up for you. And then for Sagittarius rising, you guys have this in your 10th house. So this is all about your status. It's your career, your purpose. What is your purpose? I think that's going to unfold for you more and more over the next 6 months. And you will find that if you don't know it already. If you already know, then you're just going to work even harder on maintaining that and fine-tuning that for yourself. This could also represent a change in like marriage as well, because you know that refers to status, right? So you know, you go from single status to married status or relationship status, all those kinds of things. Capricorn rising, this is going to be in your 9th house. So for you guys, this is something new that you learn through philosophy, through some kind of higher learning, change of perspective that unfolds over the next 6 months for you. You could also be finishing up a course as well, since the 9th house is about like education and all that stuff. But it could also be about maybe finalizing a phase of learning that you will master more over the next 6 months. Whether that process of learning is regarding a specific subject or within spirituality, you're going to have some kind of epiphany or travel. Aquarius rising, this is going to be in your 8th house. So it's on the cusp of your 8th and your 9th. This could most definitely be about death and rebirth, right? Over the next 6 months, you could be letting go of some things. Something comes to a culmination and you just release it slowly, more and more over time, over the next 6 months. This could pertain to something that has changed your perspective on life and situations. But this is also involving other people, so it's about inheritance as well. This could also be about like whatever you inherit from family, generational stuff that completes its cycle. However, this is also representing the South Node. So then this could apply to past life experiences that are coming to a close for you, maybe, that are in the 8th house, that have 8th house themes. They're deeply transformative, and they're kind of like, I always kind of look at the 8th house as, it's what you inherit, right? It's not really yours, but you take it on. So it's like, it's linked to the 4th and the 12th. The 12th house is the unseen. So that's, I guess the 12th house is more of like living out someone else's mantra, but 8th house is inherited from the 12th as well. They're all linked together. So, but it's around those themes for you. And then Pisces rising. You guys have this in your 7th house. So most definitely relationships. The way you view relationships, the way that you what kind of relationships you allow into your life. Definitely could be an end of a relationship. But it's on the cusp of the 7th and the 8th. This could even mean that it's either ending or beginning a new phase of a relationship that becomes deeper, goes to the next level, because 7th house is like where you start dating. Well, 5th house is like you start dating. 6th house is when they become a part of your routine. 7th house is when it gets more serious. Like, oh, we've been together for this amount of years and we're starting to really get to know each other, our dynamics, and compromise, learning how to compromise with our different personalities, needs, and wants. And then the 8th house is where you solidify the deal and you merge. Yeah. So it's on the cusp of 7th and 8th. I think that you're going to be at a point over the next 6 months. It's going to unfold as a point where you decide in a more clear and certain, more assured, that's the word I'm looking for, a more assured way that you will know like what's for you, what's not for you, what do you want in your life, what do you don't want in your life, who is, good for you and who's not good for you. And I mean, relationships in regards to not just lover, but to like friends and, business partners and workmates, all those kinds of things. So yeah, that's what I see. That's what I see. Very simple, but also very complex, all these things. Also very complex. Ooh. Well, let's see. Collective energy. Let's just pull 3 cards and call it a night. Okay. I'm going to do it different this time. First card for the collective, Temperance. Second card for the collective, Magician. And third card for the collective, Page of Swords. And the Fool card at the bottom. He looks so happy. Look at it. Look at him. Look how happy he looks. Okay. So, Temperance. Let's read that one. I like the bunny rabbits. Oh, she looks like ballerina. She's wearing ballet slippers. So that's Temperance, and it says balance, moderation, self-control, alchemy, and patience. The Lady of Temperance is a peacekeeper. She maintains a calm demeanor while patiently blending a recipe of fire and water. She uses discerning care, and her alchemical work brings balance into the world. Message: wisdom is found in the art of balancing. Reversed meanings: imbalance, extremes, disharmony, lack of patience. So, important to have patience during this time. And that goes in line with the energies of a solar eclipse. It's more of a time, or eclipse season in general, it's more of a time to observe, not so much a time to manifest anything. So, it's where we kind of take ourselves out of the situations that we're experiencing and really look at it from a bigger picture, like at the point of a bird's eye view of things. And then the Magician card we have. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So Magician card, this is transformation through willpower, creative imagination, discipline, new skills, confidence. The Magician navigates between the physical and spiritual worlds, turning possibilities into reality. She uses her natural powers and conjures miraculous results. She's a pro at making harmonious choices and focuses on the task at hand while prohibiting distractions. She believes in herself and is willing to take risks to make things happen. So identify your potential, apply the strength of your will, and set plans in motion. In this case, with the Page of Swords, this is the observer. This is the researcher. So you're combining patience and making sure that you set your sights with clarity on what you want to create during this time, or during the next, over the next 6 months. And you do your research to really find what your heart, your mind, your soul is set on. That's what I have. I hope you guys have a good night. Peace out.